Hey, welcome back to another devlog of LogisticCity, and I started by showing you some things I have been working on. So I created the oil generator. Let me see where I have one. I think down, no, over here. Yeah, there is an oil generator here. It uses refined oil to produce an energy, and I think it's equivalent to 7 cogenerators. So it produces a lot of energy, and you need some of this for the next tier of housing because I will ramp up energy consumption by a lot. I also made a change to be able to draw these two menus. So I have the inserter menu, and when you click this icon, you can choose your item. Before it would only render one or the other. Now it can render both. It's still not great, but it's better than what we had. I also made a change to the player movement. So when you just move a bit, it just moves the player a bit, and then if you keep your key pressed, it like accelerates. And there is a 20% walking boost when you are walking on roads. So this will give you a incentive to use roads. I think I can show you that here. You can see that I'm moving like this fast. And if I move up here, it's slower. And if I move back down, it's faster. So 20% is not a lot, but it makes some difference when you're walking a long distance. And I might add different types of roads later, so we can have even more boost. I added the improved fertilizer. It's a improvement to the fertilizer, given you can add productivity modules to your farms. So I also moved my fertilizer production over here. So you need fertilizer, salt, and crude oil. That makes improved fertilizer. And then I changed all my farms to start using improved fertilizer. And then I had to do salt here. And over here you can see that I found some oil, and I'm pumping oil, crude oil, and producing improved fertilizer. I also fixed the bug now when you place down a underground conveyor, it rotates the conveyor for you, so you can do stuff like this. Now it's easier. You don't need to rotate it. It already rotates it for you, and the same thing for pipes. I changed my farms to support having like two icons. It's a bit difficult to see it. I can show it here. You can see that I'm showing like the module level 1 and the module level 2. And here you can see that I'm changing like the normal feed or the improved feed. Before it was only one. I also changed the research menu. Now if the research is locked, it will show a lock icon. So it's easier to know if the research is locked. And I started working on the research change. So now each house tier produces up to 5 research per second, and more research can be produced by running research facilities. So right now I have like 3 tier of housings, and because they are maxed, they will produce 5 research points each. So I have 15 points in total per second. And then if you want more points, you need to run research facilities. And I will start working on that now. Hey, so I decided to start working on something very cool, and it's the trucks moving around the map to add some more life to the game. So right now I'm just finding the warehouse positions, and then I create a path between two warehouses, and the trucks just move around. So you can see that I have up to 5 trucks, and they just move around the warehouses right now. And you can see this one is going here. I still need to add some more animations, and like I need to rotate the truck when it's going down. But it works pretty well. I can go anywhere on my map. And if I just start moving to this way, you start noticing that I'll have like trucks over here. And if I continue going ahead, I start seeing trucks probably over on this side. Yeah, it's something very basic. It's still not very good. I still need to improve the UI, but you can see that I have like trucks walking around the map now. And that's pretty cool. That adds some life to the game. Things are just not being like teleported to other warehouses. And the way it works is very simple right now. So I'm just checking if I have less than 5 paths, and then I'm creating a new one. So I just look for all the tiles around the player to find warehouses. I pick 2 random warehouses, and then I find the path for them. The code right now is very simple. I'm just using like a breadth search, but I will improve this later. And then I just find a path through like city roads, and then I store when the path was created using my game tick, and based on that I can calculate the position of the truck. So I just calculate how many ticks have elapsed, and then I divide that by the truck speed, which is like 10 ticks per tile, and then I get which tile I'm at. If I went over the path size, then I just remove that path. Otherwise, I just calculate where I need to draw the truck and which direction it's going. So it's very simple and it works pretty cool. I have 5 trucks. I still need to improve this code. I can make it much better, but for now it's okay. And I think it makes the game look much cooler already. I might need to work on the sizing of things because this is too small for a truck. And but I can't make it bigger than 1 by 1 because that's how big my roads are. So I'll see what I come up. I decided to do the same for residents. The code is basically the same. I just check for houses. So you can see that I spawn up to 5 residents. I might need to add some delay because it's adding them now at the same time. But overall, it's working pretty well. Like there's just some people walking around the streets now. I might increase this to like 30 people. I just have 5 now. 5 people and 5 trucks. But I will continue working on this soon. Yeah, you can see I have a lot of people walking around, some trucks walking around. I think that I needed to animate the truck better. I still need to improve the residents and everything, but overall it's starting to look better. I've been working on a few other changes, and I changed how the research system works. So now I have research labs in the game. Let me go to my lab so I can show. I think it's over. It's over here. So here you can see I have 3 labs, and you can put circuits into them. So the first circuit is 1 research point per cycle. The second one is 10, and the one is 50. And you need to run labs to get your research. By default, each house will produce 5 research, but you can use like circuits to get more. And I can show it working now because I have no researches unlocked. And I also changed the game so you can see that there's like the item name here. So when I open menus, like I can see log, I can see plank, I can see the name of the item everywhere. This was something I didn't have before. And you can see also for fluids. And let me see another one. You can also see the name of the module. Besides, I need to make this better, but at least like it shows the item name. And I also fixed a crash when you try to get items from an empty chest. And I added the 2 new researches, move speed boost, and this makes the player move faster. So you can probably see that I move much faster than I normally would. And if I move like 2 roads, I walk even faster. Like my my walking speed is like much higher than it was before. I think you can probably see it here. Like you can noticeably see that it's higher. Let me do the other way. Yeah, and if I leave this city road, you can see it's lower.